Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be between Yumiko, who's going to be spawning as the Regime player in most likely the top right. Yep, top right. Got it correct. And frame rate is dropped. Hold on a bit. Okay, it has improved. And Yumiko is going to be versing I really don't know how to say his name. I think it's just TiuJQY. Obviously the JQY stands for something, but I have no idea what, so I do apologize if you guys know. So yeah. Either way, this is going to be an undead human mirror matchup. This is from the mid-August WEL, which I believe is the final WEL of 2013. We're not going to be casting Zotac 303 because, you know, trying to get out of Zotac for a while. So yeah, if this game is considerably long, then I will unfortunately just upload this game and then cast game 2 tomorrow. But if my judgment seems like this game is of reasonable length, then I will cast both games, and if there's a third, I'll cast that in the next day. But either way, we have Yumiko getting himself an Archmage. Map is on Bright and Dark, by the way, just to get that out there. And yeah, Archmage versus a Death Knight most likely, and yes, we will have a Death Knight coming up. We also have a graveyard placed down after the Tomb of Relics, or Tomb of Relics, so we will be seeing Crypt Fiends very soon. Yeah, from Tiu. It's obviously a Chinese name, but I don't know how to pronounce it at all. We are going to see Yumiko picking up that Fell Beast. I don't think he picked up anyone else. Yeah, Fell Beast only. And it looks like the Archmage will get that Acolyte kill. Yep, there we go. Bit of experience to start off the match. We also have the rest of the creep camp being cleared out. Obviously animations are a little funky on this map. Particularly the elemental summonings as well as the undead buildings. Either way, Wand of Mana Stealing has been picked up. We do have a very aggressive Death Coil coming in from the Death Knight. And yeah, these peasants are pretty vulnerable to the Death Knight. He could possibly get off a Death Coil right there, and there we go with the Death Coil, his first bit of experience on that Death Knight. Now the Archmage is, or had taken a lot of damage in the previous I guess skirmishes, so he needs to be a little careful right there. Obviously the initial Death Coil was kind of surprising to me as well. Elemental is going to unsummon itself, so no way that Tiu is going to get that kill unless he goes for a Death Coil. No, he's not going to do that. Oh, Drowned Disciple as well. Did not notice, or at least I thought I did talk about him, but apparently I didn't. So Fell Beast and a Draenei Disciple, who is basically a substitute for a Troll Shadow Priest. Fell Beast, I guess you could say he's, a new chip off the thing. So yep, we do have the first Crypt Fiend out for TU as well. Fell Beast is chasing that Death Knight. Oh wow, the Seer is going to be sniped from a long distance Death Coil, and we have Yumiko saving a bit of experience. He does have quite a few peasants, and I guess he's gonna expand. He did place a building down. No, he is not going to expand. He is going to be moving out, and he is going to be clearing out this gold mine right here. Yeah, Yumiko also hired up another disciple. This might be a little difficult for Tiu. He knows his opponent is going to clear out this camp, but his Death Knight's just so low, he really can't do, he really can't risk much. the Void Seekers have been taken down, or I think the Void Walkers, either or, doesn't really matter. Mantle Intelligence and Replenishment Potion, and it's gonna be picked up. Death Knight, oh wow, he is very close from death. Fell Beast is going to chase him down, and the skeletons are going to be taken out. Now the Crypt Fiends are focus firing against that Fell Beast, and there we go with the killing blow from that Death Coil. I guess, I don't know. I guess you could say T's been having a quite a few questionable Death Coils right there, and it led to the Death Knight being dragged so low on health. But there is a Tome of Relics as well as the Death Knight on Blight itself. Rune of Watcher, Watcher Mage is going to be cleared out, and it is going to be a Wand of Lightning Shield, an item that is most likely going to be sold immediately, or at least as soon as possible. Skeletons will be taken out for a little bit of free experience, and we have the Town Hall being placed down and has been completed, and an Arcane Tower on the way as well. More footmen reinforcing Yumiko's army, and we have the DK for TiuJQY at level 2, and the Shadow Priest will be healed. Not healed, hired. Broodmother is going to spawn a little bit of spiders, or at least I don't think she spawned. Either way, a lot of damage going on for TiuJQY's units. He might possibly even lose one of his Crypt Fiends. Nope, he is going to pull him back. Wow, he is a little vulnerable, more than I would have ever thought. Yeah, Slaughterhouse is very much needed. Statues, obviously very much needed as well. Full 15-second vulnerability potion will be picked up, and a Sacrificial Skull will be purchased as well. Now the Slaughterhouse has been completed, but not enough gold for a statue. Statues do cost quite a bit. I mean, considering that they give both health and mana, so they gotta cost something. And of course they can also lead into destroyers as well. Skeletons will easily be cleaned up, and here we go with an engagement. Sacrificial Skull being placed down at a typical location, generally where the Crypt Fiends will set up shop and try and deal some damage to this expansion. Now we do have a Void Walker, a standard one, being hired up, and he does have a minor Frost Arrow, so it doesn't deal that much slow as Naga Sea Witch, but it does reasonably enough for a mercenary. Now the Shadow Priest will be focused down, and there we go, will be taken down and exchanging for a Footman. So not sure on the balance between that, but obviously Yumiko is pushing TiuJQY away. Someone's stealing something. Disciple, ooh, needs to be careful right there. Will be able to heal himself, so Skeletons does not have the DPS output to take down the Disciple. Death Knight is very close to level 3. Unfortunately, the Blight does not prevent buildings from being placed, so the buildings will still go on top of those on the Blight. Now the Blacksmith will be forced to be cancelled. I believe we would have been seeing a couple of workshops being placed down, as it does look like Yumiko is about to be completed in Tier 2. I honestly thought that was the beginning of Tier 3, but apparently he just finished Tier 2. We also have Masonry upgrades +1. Arcane Vault is going to take some damage. Unfortunately, the guard towers cannot reach the Crypt Fiends at all. Arcane Tower somehow reaching it. Oh wow, 100 extra units. However, the Arcane Tower does not deal that much damage. Zeppelin drop possibly going to be incoming under the main base of TiuJQY. Now we do have the Black Citadel halfway completed. Do we have any statues out? Yes, we do. We have one Obsidian statue out for TiuJQY, and it looks like the peasants are finally going to be focused down. Honestly, this is generally where the Lich would shine the best, but he does not have enough mana to constantly push out that Frost Nova. And here we go with this drop right here, a simple tier 1 drop from Yumiko. And there we go with a big TP. I did not notice the TP coming in at all, and this might force Yumiko to pick up everyone. Let's see how this will turn out. Unfortunately, a couple of footmen will be taken out in the process, as Yumiko is obviously scared of getting autocast web. Now web has just completed, which is actually lucky for Yumiko. If that really happened, then the units would have been screwed. They would not have been able to retreat the old way. They would have been forced to use TP, and then even then Yumiko would have had to wait a couple of seconds before the entire army was teleported. Now we are beginning Castle Tech, and we do have double Arcane Sanctums for those Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers, I'm not too sure on that really, but I'm guessing this tier 3 is an answer by possibly suggesting Knights. I mean, we haven't seen those guys in a while, but if it does come to Knights, then this game would be a little longer than I would have thought. But either way, TiuJQY is going to take quite a bit of damage from the gold mine again. And we do not have a TP. No, we actually do have a TP available for the Death Knight. However, oh, there we go with the TP. TiuJQY was waiting for something, but I don't know what it was. Here we go with the TP again. Unfortunately, Yumiko, not sure what he's actually intending to do. Might actually destroy this haunted gold mine and might be able to succeed. No, he will not. Wow, that was so close. If he was able to do that, not only would TiuJQY have to spend resources building it again, he would have no source of income, in particular gold. He would have been forced to sell a couple of his items. Unfortunately, he didn't really have that many, and even if he did sell that invulnerability potion, he would not have enough to rebuild a haunted gold mine, so he would have actually needed to unsummon one of these buildings, which I'm guessing would have been the Altar of Darkness. It could have been Ziggurat as well, but he would have been supply blocked. Man, so many possibilities that could have happened, but just didn't. Okay, it looks like the peasants and the shredder was able to cut through the trees, enabling another pathway in and out of this expansion. Now we do have those double workshops I was talking about, being able to be placed down after the blacksmith was completed. I don't think we have any upgrades though. Nope, Spellbreakers is 0-0, and we have yet to see any dwarven units. We are going to be starting to invest in the priest side of things. They will be able to provide healing, and it looks like Yumiko's clearing out this special rebirth camp right here. Greater Void Walker able to cast not only frost arrows, but also chain lightning, which is an invaluable DPS ability. The item will also be a full 15-second vulnerability potion, and oh, actually, TiuJQY was actually attacking. I just forgot for like 20 seconds. Not gonna have a TP, as it's not really necessary. The Yumiko's army will basically just run in here and try to do something. We don't have a TP coming in, as no TP scroll is available, but TiuJQY is going to take a lot of damage if he does not find a way to, I guess, deal with that Mountain King. Mountain King is at level 2, and I guess you could see him at level 4 very soon. Yes, I know I skipped level 3, but I'm just saying he could get to level 4 in a very quick hurry. Big Frost Nova right there on that Mountain King, forcing him to use that invulnerability potion. We will have a couple of militia moving in, trying to compensate for the lack of footmen and front line. We do have about 5 spellbreaks, but one of them is going to be taken down. And there we go with that chain lightning again, dealing constant damage, and we have flying machines out to try and counteract that destroyer. Now we only have like 1 destroyer in the air, and I don't believe that we will have a second. But let's see how this will turn out. Obviously flying machines will be very easily countered by those Crypt Fiends, and I guess even the Destroyer themselves. Paladin is going to be coming in as the third hero, and he does have a Staff of Sanctuary. We'll be able to use that on the Mountain King if he finds himself in trouble, but Holy Light will be able to keep him alive for a long time. We might even have a Stormbolt coming in on the Death Knight, and maybe a Surround. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, as a Death Knight, even though he was burned for a lot of health, was able to escape. We do have an Abomination out, but there is no units to actually try to tank for. There's only like one Crypt Fiend and 2 Undead heroes. This is not looking good for TiuJQY at all. The army supply right now is currently 37 versus 68. You can see the big difference right there. Dark Ritual was used on a Crypt Fiend, and GG from TiuJQY as he was not able to pull it through, and Yumiko will take this first game. Okay, 15 minutes. I will probably cast game 2 right now, so yeah, I'll just get on that.